Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Jacob End will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Jacob End will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Jacob End will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Satnam, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jai Gobind and this is your Channel for Grace. Thank you guys so much for being here live, and thank you those of you that are watching the replay. We are here on Wednesday nights as usual, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, to do the show called The Magic of Venus, where we look at the astrology of Venus for the week, what is significant about it, and how it's going to affect us collectively. What I'm also going to do is go through each of the signs and pull a card for each of the signs. And today, because the aspect that we're talking about today is freaking like epic, we are going to pull Gene Keys cards, which you know I love this deck so freaking much. But before I hop on in, I do want to say thank you guys, especially if you're new. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified of when I go live and when I upload videos. You can download my free moon astrology guide with a link in the description. This guide will tell you what your psychic gifts are based off of your moon sign. And it also enters you into my email list, and I send out a weekly moon magic report that you get in your inbox on Wednesday, usually Wednesday mornings, but if it's been a little bit challenging to have it done by then. I don't know. Libra season has just been weird. The Scorpio season, everything is going to be like back on track. But you get that once a week in your inbox, and it's amazing. And so many people love to get that in their inbox. Sometimes I get emails like, hey, I didn't get it. And it's like, oh, it's like an email thing, or they was in their spam folder, but that's how much people love to get it. Is I often get emails when people were looking for it and they can't find it. It's like, I rely on it. No, I'm just kidding, but it's awesome. And I love writing it. And I've been doing it for like, I don't know, a few years now. It's quite amazing. Every week for a few years. That's quite the timeline of that. So anyways, the other thing that is really awesome that I want to announce is that my Atlantean astrology readings are now available. You can now book a reading. I actually put the link right in the description of this video, but usually you can find it if you just go to my website, channelforgrace.guru, Guru, and click on book a reading, and all of the types of readings that I offer are on that page. There's also short videos that I made for each of these readings describing what this is, but the Atlantean astrology reading is basically a 2-hour reading where for the first hour we sit down and fill out this handout this wheel that has to do with your natal chart and what 12 relationships in your life currently and from the past align with each of the signs. And there's a process to do that, but I guide you through it for the first hour. So we figure out the placements of these relationships in your life. And then for the second half of the reading, I actually read to you the chart and tell you what does it mean to have these people in these placements. And there's a connection to the understanding of the body, the healing of the body, the healing of the mind, and the healing of the spirit, and the healing of the emotions in relation to these relationships. So it's like being able to sit at the center of this sort of mandala or this like carousel where there's mirrors all around you and they're reflecting back to you who you are. And it's a deeper understanding of yourself and soul contracts and karma and where you are in the resolution of karma specifically connected to these relationships. So it all comes from the ancient Atlantean philosophy, which I actually teach in my Moon Goddess training, which I am in the next month or so getting ready to finally throw out the link to sign up for Moon Goddess Training 2023. But it's basically an ancient mystery school. It's a year-long program, 3 levels. It's amazing. And you end up with a certification to read the Akashic records via the way that the ancient Atlanteans used to do. They were called the Archean priests. So amazing ass fucking shit. Sorry. I'm so excited about it. And I had to let you guys know that that's available now. So if you want to get a reading before I leave for Argentina, you got to sign up before I leave. There's only like a few spots left before I leave. And then otherwise you'll have to wait until I believe sometime later in November and in December to get some readings. So I'm doing a lot of trips at the end of the year. So if you want a reading, make sure that you book one and get it on the calendar on the schedule. So because those are live and we do one-on-one on Zoom and I record it and then you get the reading afterwards, the recording of it. It's actually freaking amazing. Yeah, I'm so excited about it. So that's the one exciting thing. The other one is I actually want to share this. All the stuff that I do, that I offer, you can find on my website, but also on every YouTube video that I do, I have links to everything that I talk about basically and that I offer in the description. We have our Starseed membership. This is the perfect time to join the Starseed membership right before a new season. Can you guys believe that the sun is about to enter the sign of Scorpio this weekend? I mean, it's insane. It's insane. We're going to talk about what's happening on Saturday, but the next day, the sun enters Scorpio and we enter Scorpio season. So what you get in the Starseed membership at the beginning of every season, and we follow the Atlantean philosophy, is a reading that tells you the astrology for the whole month ahead. So you can plan your life out for the whole month ahead, or at least you know what to expect energetically for the next 30 days. You also get a symbology video. And all of this is uploaded onto the student portal, which you get access to. So you create a login and a password, etc., etc. It's my course hosting webpage. So you also get a symbology video talking about like the chakra of the month, the essential oil of the month, the crystal of the month, the goddess of the month, the moon center energies of the month. I mean, I just go into so much detail to help you with working through the energies of the month, the starseed families that are really powerfully connected to this energy. So Scorpio season, there's a new starseed family, you guys, that I'm going to be talking about when we do the astrology for the new moon partial solar eclipse, which is happening next Tuesday. This is a crazy week. I'm going to talk about a new starseed family called the Centaurus starseeds. So you may be a Centaurus starseed if you have the starseed markings found mostly within the sign of Scorpio. So it's in Western astrology. So super, super exciting. So join the Starseed membership. And also, if you want to sign up with for the Meta Power Challenge, it's still not too late. It's not too late to join us. But basically, I have created a link for anyone that's interested in doing the Meta Power and just starting whenever you're ready to start. Like not necessarily joining us this is going to be like an ongoing link. It's in the description below. So you can just purchase the Meta Power through the link below, and then I'll contact you and we can chat about how it works, how to use it. And basically it's an amazing way to balance your metabolism, to get more energy, to feel more amazing in your body, to lose weight, because I have been losing weight and so many people have been talking about losing weight, to feel amazing, for your skin and your tissues and your bones to heal. So it's super, super amazing. All right. That was a lot. I'm just really excited, you guys. So thank you for listening. And let me say hi to everybody that's in the chat. We've got Dawn in the chat. We've got Raven. Hello. Hello, Darcy, Nelvin, Raessa, Maricela. How's it going? Jerlene is here. Jeanette is here. So is Valerie. Good evening. 85 in Vegas. Wow. Yeah, it's been a bit cold here, but the sun came back out, so I'm super excited about that. You look amazing and happy on your Oh, I am amazing and happy. I feel amazing and happy in life in general. Of course, it flows, but today is one of the good days. Who else do we got in here? We got Meraki. Welcome in. We have Tara. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Jai, can you do the moon goddess training without it being so hardcore? Like not doing the certification necessarily. Like I want to be into it, but a lot of commitment. The answer is no. Because it's hardcore and it's a powerful program that you want to fully commit to. So there's no other way to do it other than like to fully commit. So anyways, but actually having said that, I do have a program that is in my course webpage that goes into the woman and the moon, and it goes into the moon centers, which is one of the big parts of learning about the moon goddess training is learning about the moon centers. So that's like a gentle self-study course that you can do if you want to do that. Like that's a nice little introduction, and it's available on my course webpage. But really, it's like it is what it is. Like you got to dive in, and you got to fully commit. The cool thing is the plan is to do it every single year, all 3 levels. The other thing is that you can choose if you want to just do level 1, just do level 1. Level 1 is like the fundamental. Level 2 takes it deeper, and then level 3 is the certification. So you can just do level 1 if you want. You can do level 1 and level 2, or you can do all 3 levels. Like I sell them separately because they are their own sort of energy, but you can't do level 2 unless you've done level 1, and you can't do level 3 unless you've done level 2. So that's how it works. So you technically can, if you want to, like do one a year, like level 1 1 year, level 2 the next year, and level 3 the next year. That's also, I mean, that might work for you, Darcy. So, but it is intense and it is a commitment, and you do want to be able to be present and stuff. However, having said that as well, there are replays too, and you can, for level 1 and I would say level 2, I really recommend people are truly present for everything, but level 1 can technically be done through replays if you want to. The program is live and I upload every week the new content, but if you're not really able to be there, I have people that have done it like all on the replay. So, and then you can do that on your own time. And then you have the access to the recordings and stuff like indefinitely. So it's actually, in a sense, the answer actually, I guess, is yes. If you just kind of plan it out and figure out what works for you. But that's a great question. Thank you for asking, Darcy, because it's an intense program, and it's a big commitment, but it is so freaking worth it. And for those of us that do want to, be able to use the spirituality, our gift for seeing the unseen, hearing the unheard, as part of our, what we do, and we want to be able to charge for it and stuff, and like offer this to people, then that's why it's so important to have the certification. The information is amazing. So excited you made it to alive. Yes. Okay. Let me finish looking at all these comments. Let's see. South Florida, having our first tiny cold. Okay. Interesting. I want to see if what I'm getting into, before I make a commitment, because I have to be like fully committed. Yeah. So you can just know it's a lot, but there's always replays for everything. So level 1, I would say you can do it really on your own time. And you can start with level 1, no problem. Dawn says it's not hardcore in the sense of feeling pressure. There is so much interaction and discussion. It's not hard to be engaged and internalize all the content. That's so beautifully said, Dawn. Thank you. And Darcy says, I just want to make sure that I have enough time because it's an investment in myself. Yes, so worth it, says Raven. Awesome. Okay. Darcy says, I would want to be all of them, but if something came up, like I couldn't help it. Wait, what are you talking about? Anyways. Okay. Raessa, I didn't want to miss level 2 this year, but I do plan to do it next year, and it's good to have access to the program. I still go back and use it, especially if I know which one of my chakras are off. Oh, I love that. I love that you said that. Okay, awesome. Jeanette says it's worth your time, money, and commitment. It's life-changing. 2023. It starts in 2023. So we're going to start sometime January or February. I have to just make sure the timing has not been set yet, but it's usually January, February, and then a couple months after, and then October, around October for level 3. Anyways, okay, let's get to this topic. Holy moly. I love all the questions though. Thank you. I appreciate all the questions. I think I did level 1 3 times, says Charlene. I know, right? It's pretty amazing. So we have a lot to talk about, but it's the energy that's coming on right now where there's a lot of information coming through. So let's dive into, and if someone's watching the replay, if you could do me a favor and right at this point, check what minute you're on and then put a little timestamp in the comments box. That would be amazing, so that people know when like the the content of the Venus star point begins. So we shall begin. I am going to start by sharing the screen. So give me 1 second. And it'll be a minute before you can see it, but I'm going to share the screen because I want to show you the chart. And we're going to dive deep tonight. So this is not how normally I go into the magic of Venus transits, but because this one is such a powerful transit, we are going to go all out tonight. Tonight. All right, so let me know if you guys can actually see the chart on the screen. I am going to fast forward. Well, actually, let's leave it right there. So here's what we're looking at. At the bottom right of the screen, actually towards the horizontal line, all that stuff in Libra, the Sun, Venus, and Mercury. This is a powerful stellium that's going on right now. It's going on all week. And right now, Venus is at 25 degrees. And the Sun is at 26 degrees. So if I go forward, that's today, right? Wednesday. I go forward to the 20th. The Venus is at 27 and the Sun is at 27, meaning tomorrow we're already kind of in the portal, the intensity of the portal. We've been feeling this coming on ever since Venus entered the phase, but the intense like portal is happening starting basically tomorrow when the two planets are in the same degree and they're going to follow each other. Then we go to Friday. They're both at 28 degrees. And then we go to Saturday and they're both at 29 degrees. And that's when the exact conjunction is happening. It's on Saturday, October 22nd, which is actually a very auspicious number. It's a master number, you know? So the next day, they continue to follow each other. The Sun enters Scorpio and Venus is right there. And then the next day, that's when Venus separates and she starts moving a little bit further away. However, by the time we get to the 25th, which is Tuesday, both the Sun, the Moon, and Venus are going to be at 2 degrees of Scorpio. So what we're seeing here, I'm going to reset this. What we're seeing is that this portal is happening. The Sun is conjuncting Venus. The Moon is going dark. So it's a dark moon, during a dark moon, which means literally that the new moon is about to arrive. But this new moon that is about to arrive next Tuesday on the 25th is not just any new moon. It's actually a partial solar eclipse in the sign of Scorpio with the south node. So when you look at all of that together, there's no coincidences, right? Everything in astrology is sort of it's our guiding light that moves us forward to understand. Like that's why people can do prophecy with astrology, because they like doing prophecy with astrology, because you can go forward in time as well as backwards in time, right? So that's what's so cool about astrology. So anyways, what we are doing is we are having this powerful portal happening right now as we're getting ready for the eclipse. So essentially so today actually one of my teacher asked me they asked all the students to share what was our sort of feeling of what this transit means, what this eclipse means. And what came to me is I instantly saw this vision of Venus and the sun, and they were in stillness, as if in a womb, as if like suspended inside a void. And it felt like a womb to me, and it felt like this powerful moment where something is about to be born, something is about to be birthed, and it has to do with how we will relate with each other in the future. And the eclipse itself is actually activating, like the birth happens, so the conjunction happens, and then Venus comes out basically from behind the sun. She starts to come out from behind the sun, and then the eclipse hits the transit, and it activates that powerful birth. The eclipse is like the birthing process. So it's just like there's so much there that it's hard to describe, right? The reason you hear that Venus doesn't really like being conjunct the sun because it shines out her light is because of the following reason. But like I said, everything we live in a world of duality. Everything is darkness and light. We don't necessarily like being in the dark, but it is necessary to find the light. And that's why Venus technically doesn't like it. But what if she does like it? You know, because at the end of our dark nights of the soul, of these moments of transmutation in our lives, we look back and we're like, I'm actually really glad that happened. So in the moment, of course, it's going to feel uncomfortable. And I did talk about this on Monday, I think, where don't expect this week to feel amazing. If it feels amazing for you, like, fuck yes, right? But if it doesn't feel amazing, if it feels challenging, difficult, like groggy, like ooh, ugh, like all those things, it's fine, because that's normal, because that is what's happening with Venus. She is behind the sun, the farthest away from Earth. She has disappeared from the sky. You can't see her in the sky. And she spends basically a certain amount of time as a morning star, which to the ancient Mayans was wartime. And then she spends a certain amount of time as the evening star. And she increases in brightness, both when she's in her morning star phase and in her evening star phase. They kind of have this full moon effect. Venus has 13 phases, right? The sacred feminine, the sacred goddess number 13. So in the middle of that transit, she's like her fullness energy, the brightest she is, both happens when she's a morning star and when she's an evening star. The cool thing about this rebirth that is happening right now, so she's fully in the underworld right now. We're fully in the underworld. No one likes to be in the underworld unless you understand the gift found in the shadow. Remember the gene keys? Every shadow contains a gift. That's the magic of this transit. And the gift is going to be activated and will begin to flourish in the world as Venus becomes the evening star. So we'll see her when the sun is setting, and she'll get brighter and brighter and brighter in the sky. You could see her with the naked eye. And that, to the Mayans, was a time of peace and harmony. She's called the celestial Venus when she's in the night sky. Yes, this is beautiful. It's the celestial Venus. So this is the heavenly realm. This is the angelic realm. People born with Sun conjunct Venus, actually, especially the superior conjunction, which is what we're experiencing right now, have angels surrounding them. I was actually born with this conjunction. I feel very resonant to that, but that conjunction is like Venus and the Sun in your chart, in your natal chart, is like there's a protection there. There's a beauty to it. There's a depthness to it, right? There's a depth to it, not deafness, but a depth to it. So that's why people would technically say, well, Venus doesn't like it because her light is out. Well, nobody likes that, but the transformation is necessary. It's potent. It's powerful. It's finding the gift within the shadow that we're talking about. So this is what's amazing. What is significant about this specific transit? And it's happening at 29 degrees. Let me go back to me right here. So it's happening at 29 degrees. Now, 29 degrees of Libra it's called a star point. And if I can actually read to you a little bit, I brought some resources here about the phase that she is in during this moment. Okay. So it's basically called I'm going to double check, but there's the immersion phase and then the transmutation phase, but I'm actually going to check the exact date of where we find ourselves right now. But she transmutes. Basically, she's literally going through a transmutation, right? So it has to do with going into the darkness. The darkness. Okay, here we go. Dates are over here. There's a moment where she officially switches, and I wanted to pull that up so that you guys know exactly when that's happening. So we are going to 2002 and 2002. Okay, so we've got so she just finished her remembering and embodiment phase. Then she went into her wholeness phase. On August 22nd, she entered her wholeness phase. And the wholeness phase lasts 50 days. And that was while she was still basically the morning star. Then on October 11th, she reached her completion phase. And the completion phase is 15 days where, wait, hang on a second. I feel like I have the wrong dates here. Oh, it's 2000. Oh, no, not 2002. Sorry, 2022. Sorry. Yeah, everybody's probably yelling at me in the chat. And that was like brain fart right there. I was like, this doesn't sound right. Okay, there's a lot of dates. If you look at this, it's like a table full of freaking crazy dates. Okay, so here we go. Correction. Here we go. Okay, this sounds right. So she just, and I was reading that. I'm like, doesn't sound right. Stop reading. Okay, so she just finished her surrendering and discovery phase, okay? And then on September 3rd, she entered her immersion phase, which is also 50 days. It's kind of like a mirror image, right? She goes through this mirror image transformation. And what she is entering on Saturday is called the transmutation phase. So in the transmutation phase, she is invisible, but she's in direct motion. Yeah, that was like crazy. Like, I don't know what just happened. Maximum relative speed. And she begins to return to Earth from maximum distance from behind the sun. That's a phase that lasts 47 days. So the personal dharma is about forging a foundation of open-hearted power and contributing it to a transformed society. Forging a foundation of open-hearted power and contributing it to a transformed society. That's the phase that we are basically entering into. It's called the transmutation phase. And then 47 days later, she is reborn. She has her rebirth. She starts her rebirth phase, and she is officially the evening star. And that goes on for a while. So her cycle is, it's so connected to the cycle of like the actual birth, because it's like 9 months as an evening star, 9 months as a morning star. And that's like the birthing process, like being in the womb. So it's like the Venus cycles are amazing. I actually taught a whole class on this in the Aquarian astrology, the magic of the Venus module. I think it was module 4 or 3. I can't remember. Anyways, sorry. It's too many things. But if you go to my website, if you go to my courses webpage, online courses, you'll see it on there as part of the Aquarian astrology if you want to learn more about the magic of Venus. But we're not going to stop there. But I do want to tell you how significant it is that she's going through this phase. Plus, the 29-degree point hasn't happened in like a long time. She's been having these conjunctions in Scorpio, but now she's officially entering the sign of Libra. So one of the star points in the 5-pointed star is now going to be in Libra. And then in 2040, I think, there's gonna be one in Pisces, and those are all beautiful energies. So that's why for the collective this is significant, because it means that for the next I don't know how long, like years and years and years, like we are now in a different theme collectively. And the theme of Libra as one of the star points, right? The theme of Libra is balance, harmony, bringing things together, understanding both sides of the picture. It also, hey babe, it also can be like the justice system, right? Like lawsuits in the court, and like bringing things, the justice system getting involved in rebalancing the world. So hopefully that is something that we begin to see. But there's more to the significance of this than just that. I mean, honestly, I could literally just talk about that and they would be powerful enough right there. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to look at the Sabian symbol and the Chandra symbol and the gene key that this star point is happening on. So it's kind of like my regular astrology videos, but it is actually, okay, here we go. It's actually the magic of Venus. So the Sabian symbol for 29 degrees of Libra. A turbaned mind reader diverts his audience's attention with a stream of plausible patter while he surreptitiously hides a card up his sleeve. This is about playing out an entertaining public role by wearing the right costume and talking the right talk, getting people to go along with one's own reading of events by telling a plausible, if not strictly accurate story. This is energy that can easily manipulate others, may be tempted into manipulative con games, sleazy sexual seductions, or unhealthy binging. So this is the shadow frequency, right? Keeping tabs on other people's underhanded maneuvers. Gleaning underlying motives from a person's body language or from lapses in their speech. Play their cards close to the chest. Getting the lowdown. Discerning hidden evils versus failing to heed warning signs. Humorous and astute commentary on the foibles of human behavior. Pretend to be more worldly wise than they are. Marvelous humbugs who affect droll disreputably under a veneer of decorum. That's kind of crazy. I feel like that definitely talks a lot about the shadow frequency that we can experience with this energy, with this degree, and also shows us that there's more than meets the eye, right? It's not all like unicorns, butterflies and unicorns, right? But let's dive into the Chandra symbol for this degree. So the Chandra symbol for 29 degrees of Libra, a black rooster. Proclaiming the gospel of the complex interplay of light and darkness. Invoking the power of the soul's journey through all of the worlds. poised at the brink of every conceivable possibility, but lingering over the darkness, that which is not yet complete, that which still must be encompassed, motivated sharply to affirm and acknowledge all sides of life, every possible variation. You are quintessentially driven to bring everything up and out. The creative artist who purges whatever is in there. The veteran life journeyer who discovers yet again how much more there is than anybody has yet to admit. And the astute observer who delights in the multiplicity, the baffling complexity, the unresolvable, open-ended nature of it all. You get almost perverse thrill in overturning partial and fragmentary, naive and simplistic false starts, most vitally committed to coming up with the hidden element and making sure that it finds its place, that it is done justice to, but not dwelled upon over long. Because here comes the next, and the next, and the next. The journey itself is the point, and each juncture is the destination. Damn. God, I love these Chandra symbols. A black rooster. Wow. Wow. That one was like very, very much aligned with it. So, the gene key that this is happening in is, ladies and gentlemen, drum roll please. I'm just kidding. The 50th gene key. Cosmic order. This gene key moves from the shadow of corruption. Think about this collectively, right? To the gift of equilibrium, to the city of harmony. Let's read about this. This is what's coming, you guys. This is the magic. The gathering of the Illuminati. The 50th city is the natural culmination of the process that occurs within the 50th gift. Creating equilibrium is an ongoing process of balancing the opposites, but eventually the slide from one side to the other becomes smaller and smaller until perfect balance is achieved. This is true harmony, a vibrational code that brings all elements within any system into perfect and permanent resonance. Equilibrium can be lost, but harmony is constant and infinite. Harmony is the true nature of the universe and everything in it. It is simply a pre-existing field that must be entered into, rather than created. At the gift level, consciousness can experience individual equilibrium as part of a wider social equilibrium. Feeling a real sense of belonging in a group can induce the deep state of inner balance at a cellular level. However, at the citic level, this balance is taken much further. The 50th city produces experiences that harmonize human awareness with celestial or universal consciousness. To experience true harmony in a human body, you first must have dissolved all sense of separateness. Only then can you melt into the so-called harmony of the spheres. What? It is only here in the 50th city that one really understands the higher meaning of the symbol of the cauldron. In many cultures, the cauldron has been a symbol of the form or vessel that receives higher consciousness into itself. At the citic level, all imbalances within the subtle bodies must be destroyed in order that the cauldron of the physical body can become like a vacuum. When this occurs within the DNA of a human being, the body becomes a deep resonant chamber for the highest universal frequencies. Such frequencies actually have the effect of dissolving the body itself, so that the true cauldron is experienced as the universe. Woo! In some cultures, the cauldron has also been seen as the great drum, and the movements of the planetary and stellar bodies are the rhythms played upon this drum. It is also through the 50th city that we see the true underlying nature of human society, that we humans are fundamentally elements of music. From the level of the 50th city, everything is experienced as music. Individual lives are notes threaded along a universal score that gradually becomes sweeter and sweeter to the ear as evolution reveals deeper and deeper harmonies. This higher social harmony will progressively reveal itself as human beings move beyond the domain of shadow consciousness and realize the harmonic blueprint that underlies all human civilization. As this is realized and manifested as the divine synarchy spoken of in the 44th city, this codon awakens throughout the human genome, and we human beings will become aware of the harmonic geometries of the higher evolutions. The higher subtle bodies of humankind are designed to self-organize into potent and coherent formations of awakening beings. This is the ring of Illuminati at work. Humanity has always sensed the presence of the Illuminati, or the chosen ones. We have woven them into our legends, our dreams, and even our conspiracy theories. However, the Illuminati are a commonly misunderstood ideal. The term does not refer to a higher evolution of celestial beings. Oh, the term does indeed refer to a higher evolution of celestial beings or ascended masters. But those beings are not separate from us. They are our higher nature personified. As your higher bodies transmute your lower instincts and emotions, so you come into the frequency field of their higher harmony. This field draws you into itself and gradually transforms your cellular DNA into its highest mode of functioning. We now live in the time of the gathering of the Illuminati, a time of unprecedented planetary change. As the awakening becomes progressively more widespread, the awakened higher bodies of individuals will come into a heightened communal harmony that quickens the frequency of the whole of humanity. Eventually, the Illuminati will assimilate all human beings into its ranks, and humankind will finally experience itself as a single, unified, cosmic being. When the 50th city begins to break through in human beings, an all-powerful current of harmony begins to shower the people with whom they are allied. Deep and hidden issues are brought to light in order that social equilibrium can occur. Oh, I just got chills. As the city occurs in one human being, it triggers the gift in all of those around them because the power of the celestial frequency drags consciousness out of its lower manifestation at the shadow level. Through this 50th gene key, humanity is destined to arrive at cosmic harmony, although such a concept will require a sustained period of equilibrium before the scales finally activate the higher harmony. We know this higher harmony as oneness with God. The 50th city holds another secret, which happens to be the basis of all transformation and also has a particular relevance for cellular mutations in DNA across all species. This 50th gene key represents a tipping point in all transformational processes. Its presence always signifies a quantum leap from one state to another. People with this gene key in their hologenetic profile can therefore catalyze considerable shifts in the consciousness of those around them. A single person manifesting this city marks a turning point in the whole of human evolution. Because of its genetic pairing with the third city, each time the 50th city appears in the world, it precedes a cellular mutation in humanity. One way of predicting such a shift is to look for an increase in the appearance of social hierarchies, groups of self-empowered working creatively together without the limitation of a hierarchy. These are the early signs of the 50th city may already be appearing in the world. Remember that the original Chinese name for the 50th hexagram of the I Ching was cosmic order. And this is precisely what the 50th city brings to humanity. All human individuals should take heart from the messages contained within the 50th city, along with the 6th city of peace. It is one of the true master keys governing and protecting human destiny. Beneath the veneer of your outer life, harmony prevails, even though you may not be able to see it or feel it. The blueprint of your awakening is held securely within the values of the 50th city. The deep laws of the cosmos, epitomized by this 50th city, govern everything that we humans do in the world, from our loftiest sacrifices to our most despicable acts. Whoever you are, your acts gradually moved you towards the divine harmony over the course of your life. For most of us, there will always be moments when we touch upon the echo of this great harmony deep within us. For some, the harmony will become a habit, born of a love of freedom and a vision of cooperation. If there is one thing you can say about this 50th city, is that as it grows in power, it will orchestrate groups and communities of human beings into a beautiful symphony in which we become the instruments, and consciousness itself is the music that plays through us. Damn. So, and so it is. Aries, Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising. Let's see what the message is for you. Humanity, the 36 gene key. Humanity. The 36 gene key moves from the shadow of turbulence to the gift of humanity to the city of compassion. Yes, it did, Dawn. The deepest role of the 36 gift is to help humans become human by respecting others and by embracing your own suffering, whatever it looks like. My gift to you. I come to celebrate your humanity, to remind you of your innate goodness, and to reassure you that there is no feeling in you that is inherently wrong or bad. No matter what you've done or experienced in life, you are innocent at your core. What matters now is not what you feel, but what you do with your feelings. I ask you, please don't reject your feelings or react to them. Simply acknowledge and embrace any emotional turbulence within you with compassion. Nervousness is only a sign that you have some feelings that need to be seen and embraced. Do not turn from your pain, for along with your pain comes a great deal of pleasure. Whew! Yes, I definitely feel like very emotional about this all of a sudden. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising. That was just fucking phenomenal. I can't even handle it right now. Look at this card that you got, Taurus. Ooh, you can see Hathor in the background. The mirror. The mirror. You know what's so cool about this? I'm going to see what the mirror card says. What's so cool about it is that your Taurus energy, and you are a sign that is ruled by, you guys can see like what I see. Yeah. This is a Venus ruled sign. So Taurus energy could definitely focus on what's going on because it's a Venus ruled energy that we're talking about in Libra, right? And so this is about like looking basically at the things that mirror back to you. It's looking at the mirror of your life, the mirror of your relationships. The message is be yourself. No base imitator of another, but your best self. There is something that you can do better than any other. Listen to the inward voice and bravely obey that. My gift to you. How wonderful you picked this card. Now you can look at your own beautiful, unique face and receive a wonderful gift from yourself. There are questions for you below. Be open to the possibility that each time you pick this card or it chooses you, the answers arise will be different. And why shouldn't they be? You are a forever evolving mystery, a wisdom keeper in progress. Enjoy your own company. And remember, you are a gift to yourself and this world. Questions for contemplation. What would you say is your greatest gift at this moment in your life? What fear do you struggle with the most? How does it impact the way you think, feel, and act? How does your fear keep you from exploring, embracing, and expressing your gift? There's more questions, but if you want to get this deck, I highly recommend it. So Taurus, it's the mirror. It's about looking at the things that are basically in front of you in your environment and knowing that everything that is around you is a mirror of yourself. And so you can learn so much about yourself by looking at what's in your environment. That includes relationships, your space, everything. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. Your message from Venus is, and let me know if you guys have these energies in your charts. Gemini, the 59th gene key of intimacy. That's beautiful. Message from Venus to Gemini. This city moves from the shadow of dishonesty to the gift of intimacy, to the city of transparency. As this heart opening occurs, true intimacy is born, and two people meet within a single awareness. Thank you for moderating. My gift to you. It's time to come clean with the people you love. To be truly intimate, you must be totally honest with yourself and be willing to accept and express your deepest desires. Understand when you open a door to another person, you are letting go of control and opening yourself up to being influenced on a deep emotional level. If you carry wounds from the past, as most of us do, this can be scary. Whether you fear being trapped or abandoned, do not judge your feelings. You will be rewarded with unleashed creativity, beauty, and sensuality, and the wonderful possibility of communing with another human being in one field of awareness. There's no limit to what two open hearts can do together. Oh, that's so sweet. All right, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. Here we go. Your card came out quickly. 48, resourcefulness. Ooh, I like it. The 48th gene key with the gift of resourcefulness. Who's got Cancer in their chart? This gene key moves from the shadow of inadequacy to the gift of resourcefulness, to the city of wisdom. If we don't know how to handle emotional states with equanimity, integrity, and clarity, we never fully enter adulthood, but remain at some level children. My gift, the owl, my gift to you. Do not hide from the well of darkness within you, for there is light and boundless riches at the bottom of that well. You can find elegant solutions to all of life's challenges and just the right support when you need it most. But first, you must reassure your body that it is safe, even when you don't have all the answers. Let the parent in you love and hold the child within. Even in the presence of fear, over time, you will spontaneously dive into the void and discover more warmth there than you ever expected. Trust your inner knowing, and the people around you will start dipping into your well and drawing out more resourcefulness and wisdom than you realize you had. You are far more adequate than you can possibly imagine. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Leo. I have a Leo moon, so this one's for me too. Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising. The 11th gene key of idealism. Idealism. This gene key moves from the shadow of obscurity to the gift of idealism, to the city of light. Fuck yeah, Leo. Idealism represents the steady flow of archetypal memory into the world of form. Wait, what? Idealism represents the steady flow of archetypal memory into the world of form. My gift to you. I am here to remind you of the incredible power and potential of your receptive, abundant, feminine, magical, tribal, dreaming mind. I come to give you permission to play with your right brain, with the realms of imagery, archetype, and imagination. Trust that everything in the end is a symbol. Whatever comes to you, please do not judge it, over-identify with it, or squeeze it into a preconceived shape. And please, don't judge yourself in any way for the unusual or optimistic contents of your imagination. In our modern world, many of us are taught to think of idealists as naive, weak, or deluded people, out of touch with reality. It is true that to manifest itself in the world, idealism needs structure. But without knowing our ideals or recognizing our dreams, how can we possibly manifest anything of true value? To bring our world back into balance, we need people like you to practice magical realism, where your beautiful open mind is honored just as much as the logical plans your brilliant left brain might drum up. Fuck yes. That was amazing. Okay. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising. Who's got Virgo? The 24th gene key of invention. Invention. Here we go. Look at that. Is that Einstein? All right. This gene key moves from the shadow of addiction to the gift of invention to the city of silence. The 24th gift is truly magical and contains the secret to genius. Genius is far more than lateral thinking. It is the ability to make quantum leaps. My gift to you. I'm here to tell you that addiction is not only about what you do, but how you think. And especially how you think during those moments in your life where you bump against the unknown, your own ignorance, a deafening silence, and an inner emptiness. There are whole worlds of possibility in the space between thoughts, sounds, and even between your impulses and cravings. One of the most difficult yet rewarding things you can do in life is to embrace those gaps in your awareness. Don't push your anxiety away. Don't fill in those holes as you make peace with emptiness and befriend uncertainty. Your talent for invention creative thinking, and living will flourish. Sat Nam, Virgo. Libra, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. Who's got Libra in there? Okay. The 39th gene key of dynamism. So Libra, this is happening in your sign, this star point. So extra powerful there, extra potent there. The 39th gene key moves from the shadow of provocation to the gift of dynamism, to the city of liberation. Fuck yes, Libra. If you do what you truly love, you will unleash your creative dynamism. And the more creative you are, the more energy becomes available to you. My gift to you. I come to tell you that it doesn't matter how bad your upbringing was. All unhealthy conditioning can be reversed. You can contribute to the field of violence in your world by provoking others or allowing yourself to be provoked. Or you can explore your passions and unleash your dynamism, your genius, by simply letting yourself be and play. Remember, genius isn't unusual. It has nothing to do with knowledge or with the mind. It arises the moment you allow yourself to do what you love. It is time for you to allow your horizons and breath to expand. If you provoke anything in the people around you, may it be their creative spark and a deep sense of liberation. I freaking love these cards. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Who's got Scorpio in their chart? The 7th gene key of guidance. The 7th gene key moves from the shadow of division to the gift of guidance to the city of virtue. The real leader is the ultimate listener. My gift to you. I am here to share that true leadership is not about forcefully imposing an agenda or interfering in others' lives. It is about lovingly empowering from behind the scenes. Be not driven by the fear of oppression or the love of power, but by a profound love of service. I am here to provide you with true guidance. I come to recognize the wise, free leader in you and to help you trust in your own direction. I am listening. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. The 57th gene key, intuition. Ooh, this looks like a high priestess with the little moon. I love it. All right, 57th gene key moves from the shadow of unease to the gift of intuition, to the city of clarity. Every time you trust in your intuition or make a decision based on it, you raise the frequency of your whole aura. My gift to you. I come to remind you of that still voice within that connects you to all life. Your intuition is one of your greatest gifts. Trust it. We live in a world that is obsessed with reason. There is so much emphasis on exploring and conquering the mind, but you have the ability to experience true knowing. You can perceive something even before it can be seen, heard, touched, or tasted. It is time to embrace your primal instincts and to stop relying on theories and methods. I am not suggesting you discard your intellect or your tools, only that you allow them to serve your intuition. As you learn this art, you will find that old fears melt away, relationships soften, and things go more smoothly. Trust the delicate hairs on the back of your neck. Listen carefully. Yes, it's powerful, right, Raven? Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising. What is your card? The 62 gene key of precision. Who's got Capricorn in their chart? The 62nd gene key moves from the shadow of intellect to the gift of precision, to the city of impeccability. Intelligence is of the heart, whereas intellect is of the mind. Woo! My gift to you. I want you to know the difference between the intellect and true intelligence. The intellect is your mind's ability to think, gather facts, and manipulate knowledge through language. It is wonderful, but limited. The more intellectual you are, the less true intelligence you use. The next time you look around you, look with your whole heart. Take in the essence of our mysterious world deep into your soul, and you will begin to taste true intelligence. From this place, you will care less about potential humiliation and more about speaking, writing, and inventing with love. In the language of simplicity, you will become an embodiment of precision and transform the world. Ooh, powerful, Capricorn. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising. Who's got Aquarius in their chart? Oh. The 44th gene key of teamwork. Ooh, Aquarius, I love it. The 44th gene key moves from the shadow of interference to the gift of teamwork, to the city of synarchy. The gift of teamwork is therefore about recognizing who belongs in your life. My gift to you. I come to remind you that you always attract the relationships that teach you exactly what you need to know in order to grow. The more you trust that people are in your life for a reason, the more you'll be able to learn the relational lessons you need to learn. And the better your judgment will be when it is time to choose new partners, friends, and collaborators. I want you to trust your instincts. Start smelling the people in your life. Ask yourself, who are my true allies? You have the potential to experience more trust, harmony, and teamwork in groups than you can possibly imagine. When you found your true team, your destiny will naturally and magically unfold. Sat Nam. What a powerful message for Aquarius. And last but not least, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising. Who's got this Pisces energy in their chart? Oop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. This is an interesting one. All right, here goes nothing. The 43rd gene key of insight. 43rd gene key of insight. The 43rd gene key moves from the shadow of deafness to the gift of insight, to the city of epiphany. Every human being is born to be a rebel in the sense of filling a space in the world that cannot be duplicated by another. My gift to you. I am here to invite out the rebel in you, the poet, the lover, the mad scientist, the revolutionary. There is something only you can do, something your entire life has prepared you for. It is time to take a risk, to shake up a system. You may make waves. That's okay. Whatever you do, stop listening to the status quo. This is not about venting or blaming. This is about being creative and being open to love. You don't have to know where exactly you're headed or why in order to trust your inner voice. as you courageously forge new pathways. Don't be surprised if your timing gets better and breakthrough insights come your way. Dare to be who you are, and you will ignite the creative rebel in others wherever you go. Fuck yeah, Pisces. I love it. All right, you guys. That was amazing. That was really fun. I am so excited that I was able to do this broadcast and we were able to go that deep. I love the cards that came out, the Gene Keys cards, the keys. And I am excited for what's coming in the future for humanity. This is a very, very powerful event that's happening. And if you missed the beginning, you got to watch the beginning. Got to watch the first part of this broadcast. But it is just so amazing to know the energy that we're working with the star point, and to know that it's a rare thing and it hasn't happened in a long time in this sign, and that it's at 29 degrees. So amazing. I'm going to be back on Friday to do mini readings. You're welcome, Kim. You're welcome, you guys, to do mini readings. So if you want to get on the list, you can get on the list between now and then, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. I also would love for you to check out all the links below of everything I offer. And if you're interested in Atlantean astrology reading, book one soon. Otherwise, you'll have to wait till I get back from Argentina. But you can still book it. It's just you'll have to wait. If you want one right now, make sure to book. So I love you guys. Thank you all so much for being here. Have a beautiful transit of Venus, the star point, and enjoy the magic this weekend. Enjoy the huge shift we're about to embark on. Sat Nam. I'll see you again soon.